In the video I posted 1 month before I started this challenge, I said this: hunting full odds is a lot more fun than some may think. In certain cases, it's awful. If you're trying to do something like this in Gen 2 or Gen 3 or something like that, where you actually have like a 1 in 8,192 chance, honestly, I can't see, I just feel like it'd be more tedious than anything. About that. Hello, what is going on, dudes? My name is 13, and I decided to do another shiny badge quest in Pokemon. This time, in Pokémon SoulSilver. I recently did a shiny badge quest in Pokemon Violet, where the odds are 1 in 4,096, which are now full odds. Before Generation 6, the odds to find a shiny Pokemon are 1 in 8,192, being twice as unlikely as they are nowadays. Oh, I forgot to say the rules of a shiny badge quest. A shiny badge quest, basically you catch a shiny Pokemon for every badge. It's as simple as that. So why did I decide to play this game and not something like Sword and Shield or Pokemon Let's Go, where I can get shinies way easier? Well, I was inspired to play Johto again. And also because I wanted shiny hunting to feel rewarding again. After watching Johnstone's Shiny Living Dex video of Johto, I decided, hey, I wanted to play Heart SoulSilver again. I had SoulSilver a long time ago, and it disappeared along with a couple of my other games. I still don't know where that case went. It's the case that went with this DS, which you will see multiple times in the video, but it was a limited edition Pokemon Weight DSi that my grandmother got me for Christmas one year, which was awesome. And in that case, I had Pokemon Explorers of Sky, I had Pokemon Pearl, and I also had Pokemon SoulSilver. I have no idea where that thing went. It just kind of apparently vanished one day. I don't know where I lost it, and it sucks, because I don't really care about the save files necessarily were on there, but I care about the games. And so I decided to buy another copy of Pokemon SoulSilver. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I did. But anyways, I decided to do this shiny badge quest, and I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. To start out, I wanted to get a shiny starter. Luckily in Heart Gold SoulSilver, it's actually quite simple to get a shiny starter. Well, I say simple, but simple in the fact that the resets are super quick and you get to see all 3 Pokemon and they show up as shiny as you rotate through them. Now on pure technicality, I would prefer Totodile. Not because I like Totodile the most, rather, but because I have both shiny Cyndaquil and shiny Chikorita in other forms of Pokemon. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not opposed to having a Cyndaquil, because Cyndaquil was the first ever Pokemon I chose. And Quilava, to this day, is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Which is weird. Why don't I have a plush of him? That needs to be rectified. Along with me also getting the Clink. You should watch the Sword and Shield Soul Link if you don't get that. This method is actually really fast, so I was getting about 200 total encounters done every hour and a half. And because this method is so fast, on just my 3rd day of hunting, this happened. No fucking, dude. Oh no! That's ridiculous. I can't believe I just did that. Oh no, oh my god, dude, no! The funny thing is I said earlier today that I feel like I would get it today, and I did, but I wasn't paying attention because I was watching a video on the side, and I looked back at the Cyndaquil as I reset. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. If I don't get Cyndaquil now, as like recompense for that, I'm going to be so mad at myself. I'm already mad. I can't believe I fucking did that. That's crazy. I haven't even been recording that long. It's been 25 minutes. Oh! Now, I was on a mission to reclaim that Cyndaquil. I can't believe I messed up that badly, and like, that's the first legitimate, like, terrifyingly big shiny fail I have ever had. The only other real shiny fail I had up to this point was the shiny Chansey that happened after I did my Professor Oak challenge in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, where I decided not to catch it because I didn't want to break my chain, and I had already had Chansey, so I didn't really care that much, but this vastly dwarfs that, and how important it was, and how much it was like, oh my god, no way. While continually lamenting about my failure for the next 400 resets I did that night, I fucked up so bad 300 encounters ago. I came back the next evening determined to reclaim my beautiful reddish-brown hedgehog. Yes, let's go! Oh my gosh. Yes! Oh my god, dude. No, thank God. I'm so stoked we reclaimed it. Yes! Okay. Yes! We got our boy! Let's fucking go! Oh my god, it was yesterday that this shit fell through. And what? How many is that since? It's 700 resets later, we got it. Let's go! 730. Oh, I'm so excited. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Yes! Oh man, it's... yeah, damn right he's gonna get a name. He's my boy Sonic. You can't see the bottom screen, but his name is Sonic. I don't know the first name I ever gave to my Cyndaquil. I don't know what that is. I no longer have that. Sonic, yeah. Look at him! Look at him! He's following me! Ah, it's so cool! Oh my gosh, dude! I'm so excited. I was really fucking hoping that I would get the Cyndaquil again in place of either of the other two. I feel like it's incredibly poetic. I just happened to get the exact same shiny that I failed on, and both of them were insanely under odds, which, like, you multiply the encounter number by 3, and that's how many encounters it was. Also, the encounter number will be wrong. I don't really necessarily want to put like a thing on top of it. I might do that just for my own sanity. That it was actually 1193, not 1192. Doesn't make that much of a difference, but for me, I'm very anal about stuff like that, so I might change it. You might just see a different background image. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, with the fastest thing alive, which also happens to have a speed-lowering nature, in tow, it was actually time to start the game. We quickly made our way to Mr. Pokemon's house to get the odd egg, meeting Professor Oak in the process. Hey, I just did your challenge a couple months ago. And I headed back to Elm after learning of the stolen Pokemon. We mollywopped our new rival, who this time I decided to call Spare, after my Canadian friend who tends to have insane shiny luck. And then I made my way to Violet City. Right before we arrive, Ethan gives us one of the greatest items ever introduced in Pokemon, which should still exist to this day. Either way, Sonic easily ran through the Sprout Tower, which he evolved at the top, and Faulkner's Gym, despite the sand attack shenanigans, claiming our first badge. Now it was time to hunt for my next team member. I won't be trying to get a shiny Togepi from the egg because I would have to save and reset before accepting the egg every time and then hatch it, and it would be a full odds egg. So you get very few encounters after a certain amount of time, and I'm just like, I'm not about that. If I had like a legion of Togepi eggs that I could hatch, maybe I'd consider it, but no thank you. So that leaves us with only random encounters. Random encounters in this game is basically exactly as you might think. It's like every JRPG where you go back and forth in the encounter area until you encounter something. Compared to Pokemon Violet, where you can see so many Pokemon so quickly that it's like almost when you're gonna find a shiny rather than if, it takes a lot longer in the older games, only seeing one Pokemon at a time. Overall, soft resetting for the starters and getting random encounters ended up being pretty similar time-wise, with me getting an average of 200 encounters per hour. Or so. That's kind of about how it mathed out after my second day of doing some random encounters when I found our next team member. Oh my god, there it is! Holy shit, dude, I wasn't even paying attention. Let's fucking go! Oh my god! This is the one I wanted the most. Like, without a doubt, I wanted fucking Mareep because Mareep is like my favorite Pokemon you get here. Holy shit, bro! That's how many encounters, 1,284. Insanely under odds. What is happening? Oh my god, bro. That's crazy. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Yes, dude. Yes. Oh my god, that's so cool. That's so cool. Alright. I only have 6 Pokeballs. Help me out here. I swear to god, if I do this is... Imagine I fuck myself over this hard. Yeah, the only thing I could do is quick attack once it's like growled me a bunch. So let's throw one more ball and we'll see. We're gonna wait. Okay, thank god. I need to go buy more Pokeballs. Let's go! Yes, dude! Oh, that's so cool. That's insane. Oh my god. How long? I've recorded like... I can actually check my... my game time. Oh man, what do I even name her? You know, I'm actually watching a Kirby video right now. We're gonna name her Kirby. Just because she's pink. Yes, dude, let's go. That's so insane. That's so insane. Okay. Come to the front of the party. I want to see you behind me. Ah, look at that. I got a little pink sheep. Kirby's nipping at my feet. Kirby, you're so fucking awesome. Oh, I'm so stoked. Yes, dude. Oh my gosh. It's literally insane. I have gotten all 3 encounters, including the fail, way under odds. It's like I only had like 100 more random encounters than the reclaim of the fail that I initially had. With our 2nd team member secured, we headed down to Azalea Town, fighting trainers and the like. We had to burn the rocks in Union Cave since I really didn't want to teach Quilava Rock Smash. That's why I caught this guy. But that's where Kirby evolved. After Kirby demolished the Team Rocket and Slowpoke well, which is actually where I wanted to hunt next, by the way, we took on the Azalea Gym. Both Kirby and Sonic, I just realized that both of our team members are named after video game characters with some relation to Nintendo. That was actually legitimately unplanned, but let's keep the trend going for the run. They both had a really big impact in the gym, and we conquered Bugsy with relative ease. The battle against Spare was a bit harder, as I led with Kirby because I assumed he led Zubat, which is what I'm pretty sure he leads with in the original games, but I could be wrong. But his lead ghastly cursed Kirby, making me have to switch out so I could finish off the Croconaut, but we made it through without a single feint again. After getting our rewards of Cut and Charcoal from the Cutting Duo for capturing the Farfetch'd, it was time for us to hunt our next team member. While we were in the Slowpoke well, the first Pokemon I encountered was, aptly, Slowpoke. And right now I super struggle with rock types, ground types, and whooper types, so Slowpoke would help me greatly. After a few encounters and a little bit of research, I realized that Slowpoke had such a low encounter rate compared to Zubat, and I really wasn't interested in Zubat since Zubat didn't help many of my issues right before Whitney. And I decided to leave Azalea and head toward Goldenrod, checking encounter tables along the way and eventually deciding to hunt on Route 36, while also literally getting into almost every battle on the way. While most of the encounters here will require me to get an evolution stone of some kind, the variety is intriguing, and the only thing I wouldn't want is Vulpix, since I don't really need another fire type. It didn't take long for this to become the longest hunt so far, which, considering my hunts before had been so under odds, it's not surprising. I just hope this isn't an insane number in the end. I set that up so you think I might have to hunt forever, but in fact, our newest team member appeared in just my next session. Yes! Let's go, dude! Oh my gosh, that's so sick. That's so sick. Oh, yes! I'm so excited. Holy crap. I don't know if this is the one I wanted, but like, I'm so down with it. Oh my god, so under odds again! What is my luck? This is crazy! Oh my gosh, man. Fuck yes! Little blue Nidoran. Yes, dude, I'm so excited. Alright, we're gonna switch over to Kirby, and I'm gonna go paralyze it. God, look at that! It's so cool! Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Well, this means I have to do the, I gotta go do the, bug catching contest, see if I can get a... Actually, no wait, you can get a Moonstone in the Ruins of Alph. I need to figure out how to go do that, so that's how I'm gonna get that. That's the one that you get there. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use a Great Ball, just because I can't. Well, I could have sent in my Rattata, but it's okay. This will probably catch, especially with it being paralyzed. Let's fucking go, dude! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! When I was writing the script, I realized that, oh wait, both of my Pokemon are named after franchises that have some relation to Nintendo. And the name that I give to Nidoran males, which Nidoking, is Welkin from Valkyria Chronicles, which I've done a couple series on. And that's also owned by Sega, which is also owns Sonic, and but they have relation to Nintendo, so I kind of felt like It's kind of funny. I don't know if we'll just do that. I'll probably do game characters in general, but it's so perfect. That's so awesome. Okay, I'm glad I didn't get Vulpix. I fucking love Vulpix, but it's not great for my, the Pokemon that I have. Oh shoot, hold on. What does Rivalry become?
That sucks.
Alright, I didn't know that actually this Pokemon got Rivalry. I thought it was literally just Poison Point. So that is disappointing. But we got a shiny at 1590, which is insane. Super under odds. And he already has Double Kick, which is really nice. Fuck yes, dude. Fuck yes. I'm so stoked about that. With Welkin on the team, it was time to grind him up. After doing a bit of research, I have to wait until I get Surf to get the Moonstone, which isn't that far away, being an Ekrotique, but I really don't want to evolve him into Nidoking until like level 43, so we can learn Poison Jab, which really sucks. And I really wish this game had the relearn mechanics of Scarlet, Violet, and also Sword and Shield, since we've been playing that a lot, because that fucking rocks. After defeating all the trainers available to me that I didn't already accidentally fight before, I decided to participate in the bug catching contest before taking on Whitney. After fighting level 14 Scyther, I easily won the contest by 50 points, earning myself a Sunstone. If I ever decide to go back and hunt Oddish in Ilex Forest, I now have a way to get Blossom. Once that was done, we took on Whitney. Clefairy went down immediately thanks to Welkin's Double Kick, and though Miltank took a while, as it usually does, Kirby paralyzed it twice, and then I sent in Welkin to defeat it with some Focus Energy buffed Double Kicks, finally earning us our third badge from the Crybaby Gym Leader. After shoving our plain badge in the face of the florist who gave me the Squirt Bottle, we were able to head up north to Ekrotique. Oh yeah, I'm not hunting the Sudowoodo. I don't really want a soft reset for a Sudowoodo, and I literally also have 4. Once arriving in Ekrotique, we're able to get the ball rolling on our newest hunt. Yes, like everyone who does this challenge, I'm going for the Eevee. In my defense, I have Shiny Leafeon, Vaporeon, and the 5 Shiny Eevee from the Brilliant Diamond Shiny map quest, so I still need 1 more to complete my collection of all Shiny Evolutions. But this hunt absolutely sucks. I was averaging about 250 resets per 3 hours, and it's not as mindless as soft resetting for the starters or doing random encounters, and Bill just won't shut up about the Eevee got here. I don't really care, I just want the Pokemon. Anyway, with less encounters than all 3 of my other shinies, I had already been hunting longer because of how tedious this method was. It didn't take long before this hunt became the longest so far. Well, actually, it did take a long time, as in general it was over 10 hours of the most tedious hunting by the time I got there. It's such a pain I genuinely considered foregoing this hunt entirely for random encounters. My biggest issue is the fact that I really can't do this hunt while I'm doing something else, since I have to pick up the DS to soft reset, and also on this thing, which is my Capture DS here, it has a broken right bumper here. It still works, it's just a pain in the ass to try to do soft resetting on it, and I really dislike it. So I ended up doing a lot of this hunt on this DS. This is a big reason why this thing actually matters. It also allowed me to take it and go somewhere else when I was doing it. So it's just like if I was sitting at the bus stop or I was at my grandparents watching the Chiefs play or something like that. I also realized, actually, after doing the hunting on this DS, that I don't know if it's the infrastructure or the emulation on the 3DS, but it went way faster on this DS. Either way, the soft reset encounters from hunting the starter and this actually gave me repetitive strain injuries in my thumb, which helped me lead to my next decision. After eclipsing 1,800 total encounters, I was faffing around in Pokemon Home after Jedrick and I did some trades, and I realized that I had a legit shiny Umbreon sitting in my home, which I'm pretty sure was from one of the raid events in Pokemon Sword and Shield, because it did come from Sword and Shield and I did catch it, and I didn't have any modding done on my Switch then. I do now, but at the time I did not when I got this Pokemon. Meaning, with the Leafeon and Vaporeon Scarlet and the 5 Eevee in Brilliant Diamond, I already have all my shiny evolutions. Meaning, I can stop doing this and go for random encounters. I left the Eevee with Bill though, so if I ever decide to come back, I can still do this hunt. Which, I don't think I will, but it's an option. With that decided, I headed back north to Ekrotique and decided to hunt west of the city. Not long after deciding to hunt there, I was rewarded for my decision. Oh my... Bro! What? Wait, is that 330 and 331? I don't even know! Holy crap! That's actually the one I wanted too. Where's my snipping tool? Oh my gosh, dude. Ain't no freaking way. That's so ridiculous. Yes! I really struggle with ground types. I have a poison, fire, and electric type. And I was really hoping I get the Farfetch'd. I can't believe it's either 330 or 331. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we'll figure it out, because I don't remember if I clicked the button after encountering this one. I don't think so. Yes, it was 330. I did remember to hit the button. It's just ridiculous that it's 330. That's so little. That's so it's unbelievable. Okay, what kind of Pokeball do I want to use on it? I need to go get my Pokeballs from Kurt, actually. Let's go for Premier Ball. Why not? I haven't used a Premier Ball, so, and I have it. It'll look great in my Farfetch'd. Yes, let's go! That's so sick. That's so sick. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it was only 330 counters. That's insane, bro. Look at it. I need to find a leak, or maybe I can like thief a leak or something. But I'm gonna name this Hinoka after the character from Fire Emblem, because I'm keeping the name scheme going. And the last time I had a Farfetch'd of any kind, aside from Surfetch'd, I named it Hinoka. Dude, that's so sick. Let's check it out. Alright, it doesn't have an item. Inner focus. I mean, it's got a not attack lowering nature. That's kind of nice. Oh, that's sick, dude. Okay, what is the chance of it holding an item? Oh, it's only a 5% chance to get a leak. I mean, I may just keep hunting Farfetch'd specifically for the fact so I can get that, and then I can train Hinoka while I'm at it. Dude, I'm so stoked about that. Let's have her follow us. Let's go. Something about Farfetch'd just makes me think of Hinoka from Fire Emblem. But we're keeping the vaguely Nintendo-related video game characters that have some relation in some sense to Nintendo, because that's just kind of what happened. Yes, dude, I'm so stoked about that. I'm so stoked about that. With our newest team member secured, I headed back to Goldenrod, then set the time on my DSi to Sunday so I could visit with the woman who gives out return TMs. It took me a while to find her since I forgot she's behind the counter in the remakes, but once I did, I was able to get myself return, which gave me a good stab move to give to my dear Hinoka. After going to the burn tower, scattering the beast, and beating Spare again, it was time to fight Morty. Somehow, my recording in OBS stopped, so I lost the entirety of that and my battle with Morty, where I won thanks to Hinoka, despite getting Sonic and Kirby crit by back-to-back Shadow Balls, so I'm fighting Morty again. These stupid ghosts have 100% hitting hypnosis, because there's no way I lost a coin flip every time for both battles. At least Gengar can't Dream Eater Hinoka, nor can it hit her with Shadow Ball. Eventually we beat Morty and claimed our 4th badge. The funny thing is that I could have gone east and gotten Shadow Claw, which I taught to Welkin before I fought Morty, so he would have been useful, but you know, hindsight is 2020. After pummeling this Team Rocket member, we got Surf, and I began my backtracking to get my Moonstone. After getting wiped by a giraffe rig, after struggling to beat hikers with Geodudes, which my team still super struggles with, I grabbed my Bellsprout with Flash and found our Moonstone. Then made my way to Azalea Town to get the Pokeballs I had Kurt make. After returning to Ecruteak City, it was time to head for our next hunting location, the Lake of Rage. Now here, I'm looking for a shiny Gyarados, since that would be neat and also help me my massive ground weakness. All of a sudden, this happened. Holy shit! First try! That's so fucking stupid. Yeah, so I am actually going to hunt here, but the actual red Gyarados isn't my shiny for the badge quest. Technically it could be, it's a legitimate shiny, but since it's always shiny, I thought I might make it more enjoyable for the viewer to see me hunt for and legitimately react to a shiny Magikarp instead of the guaranteed Gyarados. That's called foreshadowing. It's time to evolve Welkin. I'm gonna get Sludge Bomb when I beat Team Rocket anyway, and he learns Earth Power at 43, same level he learns Poison Jab, so we'll get him Sludge Bomb and Earth Power, and we'll make it work. Look at how good that looks in this game! Oh, he's so blue! That's so neat, bro. After hunting in the route before the Lake of Rage, the worst thing happened. I am so mad. I am so mad. I just ran from the shiny Magikarp. Oh my god.
You stretched the ball ahead.
No, dude! I didn't really record long enough, nor did I have much on camera, but you can see here in the bottom corner. I was hunting away from home, and I was looking at something that my grandmother was showing me, and I did the same thing that happened with the Cyndaquil. I was committed to running away, and it just so happens that on number 543, I found the shiny Magikarp. But I ran away from it. That's the second major shiny fail. It's ridiculously infuriating that, like, my actual 2 legitimate shiny fails that I'd consider fails that actually matter happened in the same challenge, and it's actually kind of funny. After getting to 902 encounters, I ended up hanging it up for the day. The next day, while waiting for my campus bus, very early in the morning, he came back around. Okay, I'm literally here at the bus stop. I finished at 9:02 last night, and then I happened to be here hunting tonight, and it's like, you can't even tell, but it's shiny. I refound the Magikarp. Oh my god. And what is that? So 918, crazy again. So under odds. Holy shit! I gotta catch it. Yeah, let's catch it in a love ball. Why not? Let's go, dude. Oh my god. Oh, I even turned up my brightness considerably. Nice. I'll get a better picture when I can actually see. I swear that this is a completely unmodified copy of the game I legitimately bought from Amazon with an old file already on it. I have a picture. I'll put it up on the screen of the profile that the thing had before I started playing on it. So I don't know why my luck has been so insane. All of my hunts, except for the Eevee, have been under odds and ridiculously slow, especially the last 2. It's crazy. I also named him Kanji after Kanji Tatsumi from Persona 4, which at the same time I was playing a lot of, and is one of my favorite games of all time now. After fighting all the trainers I skipped, and then taking on Team Rocket Mahogany Town since I was there, I got Kanji trained up with the rest of the team. And again, since we were in Mahogany Town, I decided my 5th badge would be Price, because why not? While we did struggle in general against the ice types, I brought Thunder specifically so Kirby had a good electric move to use, because Thundershock was no longer cutting it. Most of the team participated in the battle, and we were admittedly underleveled for it, but we made it through without even needing to use any healing items. With our 5th badge obtained, which is technically the 7th badge, it was once again time to hunt for a shiny. After my struggles with the water types in Price's gym, and the fact that everything else I could find would be dupes on either species, typing, or was an annoying hunt, like the Eevee, I decided to go back to hunt in Ilex Force, specifically at night, where I could find Oddish. I also would be okay with either Paris or Zubat, which were the other options. Random encounters here were a bit less efficient in the wild grass for whatever reason, probably the tiles themselves just having a lower encounter chance than normal grass, so I wasn't quite averaging 200 per hour like before. In fact, it was actually similar to that of Magikarp's hunt on water, which I did not actually highlight, but it was like 150 per hour. On one of my days off, I spent the whole day doing random encounters, getting 1,200 in total, finishing with a bit over 1,500 for the day. 1,510 to be exact. This hunt was looking likely to become my new longest hunt. The next day, while away from home at my grandparents' house, again watching football, this happened. Okay, so I am once again not at home, but I'm passing some time by shiny hunting, and we got the sparkles! Look at that! I tried to turn up the volume so we could hear it sparkle, but let's go! I saw it before it came up! Look how good that looks! Oh my gosh, dude! That's insane! I don't know exactly what encounter number I'm at. I forget what I finished at last night. I finished a little past 1,500, and this was on encounter number 96 of today. Look how good that looks, bro. I wish that the brightness is causing it to, like, be glowy. Oh my gosh, that's so sick. Okay, we're gonna definitely, like, catch it without an issue here, but I'm gonna switch into Kirby, paralyze it, and use a Pokeball or something on it. Friendball looks good. Let's do Friendball. You wanna be my friend? Oh, she really doesn't want to be. Hey, we got the sparkles again, but hold on. Hey, we got it. Wanted to be in the heal ball. Let's go, dude. This is the one I wanted, too. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, I'm so stoked. Look at that, it's so awesome! This is technically the longest hunt though, because we were very close to 1600 if we didn't get there. But it's still so incredibly under odds. Oh my god, look at that. Yes, I gotta figure out what I want to name you. We're gonna name it Yukiko from Persona 4. I want it to be a Bellossom. Let's go, dude. Whoops, another encounter. I recorded this clip to show that I didn't have a cheating device, nor have I had one the entire challenge. It's just somehow with each hunt, I've gotten exactly what I wanted, well under odds, which at this point, I'm still kind of baffled by. Anyways, while grinding up Yukiko with the rest of the squad, which I did off camera here, so you're gonna see me be hunting for leaks from the Farfetch'd, I was debating whether or not I should evolve her into Blossom right after she evolves into Gloom, so I can get Magical Leaf, or keep her as Oddish until level 37, when she would learn Giga Drain. Gloom learns it at 47, which might be just before the Pokemon League in this game. After a bit more research, it turns out Giga Drain was only 60 power in Gen 4, and is literally the same as Magical Leaf, but Magical Leaf has the benefit of never missing. So having a stronger Pokemon earlier will be my best bet. After getting so far over odds for and not finding a leak, which it's called a stick in Heart Gold SoulSilver, I guess is kind of deserved after my shiny luck, I headed back to Goldenrod to buy Focus Lens. In the water just north of Goldenrod, Yukiko evolved, and then I evolved her into Blossom. Now you might have heard me say Focus Lens and said, what was that? Well, I was looking for the scope lens, and on the Goldenrod Cerebi page, there is a Focus Lens listed. That link was broken, so I looked up Focus Lens on Cerebi, and that is the same name for both scope and Focus Lens in Japanese. So, unfortunately, I was sent to the wrong page, and I assumed that, oh yeah, that's the same item. It's not. So I went to work on Voltorb Flip to get enough coins to buy it. And I don't really like Voltorb Flip. So I ended up wasting my coins on an item that is not at all useful for me right now. So it was back to hunting for a leak so I can make my Farfetch'd viable for longer. After a metric ton of encounters, or at the same time I was hoping maybe I could find another shiny, we finally got our stick. Yes! Let's go! Finally! With the stick acquired, we headed to Cianwood. After shooing Suicune away and beating Eugene, albeit with some frustrations mixed in, it was time to take on our 6th gym, Clay. That's not his name. It's Cliff. Is it? What is his name? Hold on. Chuck! I wrote Clay in the script! That's really funny. Alright, we're keeping that. While several members of my team got in on the battle, we easily took care of him in his pitiful lineup of just 2 Pokemon, which is dumb for a 5th gym leader. Yeah, we took him on 6 because Johto doesn't really matter. You can take on 5 through 7 in any order you want to. It doesn't really matter. But still, it's dumb. With our 6th badge acquired, I was again tasked with finding our next team member. I thought it could be interesting to hunt in the Whirl Islands since we were right next to it, but the infrequency in the encounters, not to mention the easy duplication of typings, made me want to go somewhere else. After 300 encounters or so, I moved on to the route north of Olivine, where we have basically the same Pokemon available as the route before, where I found Hinoka. But I decided to hunt at a different time of day, so I had less of a chance of finding another Farfetch'd. During my hunting, I also took the time to train up our team a few levels, as we're quite underleveled for Jasmine Steelix, because the level curves in this game do suck. I won't lie. After this hunt became my longest, I decided to move it to the Sprout Tower, since I'd be down for Ghastly or Rattata. Nothing else on the route interested me further due to dupes or typing. It didn't take me long for me to hit half odds. Well, actually, it did. I was hunting the whole week, and 4 weeks after finding the Oddish, I hit odds, with many breaks from repetitive strains in a different part of my right hand. After reaching 11,500 encounters, I wondered if I might have similar luck like I did with Farfetch'd after quitting the Eevee hunt, so I decided to leave the Sprout Tower, heading to the route south of Goldenrod. Not only were the encounters much faster here, I could still find Rattata. The only encounter that worried me would be Abra, as I would just have one chance to catch it, and the only shiny here I wouldn't want would be Ditto, because, well, it's a Ditto. Luckily, I didn't have to worry about that, as a little over 2,000 encounters later, I could finally progress with the challenge. Okay, this came literally right before the Chiefs just kicked the game-winning field goal against the Panthers. 13,518. Officially my longest shiny Pokemon hunt ever. Finally, it appears. I missed the sparkles, sadly. But look at him! Look at him. It's a little golden rat. I wanted a shiny Rattata so badly. I was okay with anything I got on this route, and I finally got it. Finally. Oh my gosh, dude. It has been over a month since I found the Oddish. I think that was October 16th. It's like half a week before Thanksgiving right now. So it has been over a month since we last got our shiny in this thing. Maybe it'll break out of one of these balls so that I can see it sparkle again. Okay, we're using a moon ball because I really wanted to use these and I haven't had the opportunity. So maybe he'll break out just so we can see him sparkle. Yes, we get to. Look at that! Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. Okay, he does not want to stay in the ball. Yes, dude! Yes! Oh my god. I can finally move on in the game, dude. Oh my god. It has been so long. Look at him. Look at that little golden rat. Oh my god, man. I'm going to name him Yosuke. Guts with a careful nature. Mr. Yosuke. I'm glad he has guts. Look at him. Look at him. Ah, finally, dude. I replaced Kirby on the active team because it was my oldest team member that was also fully evolved. Also, she would not be that helpful against Jasmine. After grinding Yosuke with switch training, before I remembered I could go get the XP share, and then grinding him up in the back until he evolved, I started grinding for real. And something unexpected happened. No! Dude! I wondered if that would happen. That's why I was recording the grinding. Dude, you're kidding me. Bro, that's so dumb. Fucking hell. I noticed it as soon as it came across the screen too. That's so funny. Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm catching it without a shadow of a doubt, and I really wish that I had my Ampro so I could paralyze it, but I put it in the PC when I brought Yosuke on the team. That's so crazy, dude. I wondered if it would happen. Unfortunately, it's possibly I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I'm super happy that I found a fucking shiny. But I don't know what to do about this because I haven't yet got my 7th badge, but I have found my 8th Pokemon. I wanted to hunt in the ice path. I mean, no, I have to. I can hunt whenever I decide to do the Kanto video. We'll go hunt in the ice path. It'll be fine. We got her. Let's go. That's crazy, bro. Only 97 encounters. I don't know what to name this thing, honestly. I gotta name it something related. Oh, we're gonna name her Leith, which I don't exactly know how to say her name, so that's how I'm going to pronounce it, is Leith. She's one of the tigers in Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, as well as Path of Radiance. That's the other one. She is hardy with pickup. Look at that. All right, let's get that animation there. Look at that. That's so cool. Like, I got rewarded for going 13,500 encounters for my boy, for Yosuke. I got rewarded with Leith. That's incredible, dude. That's so silly. That's so silly. I decided Leith was to be our 8th team member, and this genuinely allows me to grind her using Team Rocket the radio tower after we beat Jasmine. Though it does kind of stink that I have a 3rd normal type in my team, but, you know, the universe clearly wanted to reward me after my longest hunt ever. After grinding the entire squad to level 35, getting Aquatail on Kanji and Lava Plume on Sonic, and making it so he was very close to evolving, it was time to fight Jasmine. Or it would have been had I not forgotten something important. I forgot about the lighthouse! After clearing out the lighthouse, getting both Kirby and Leith some experience in the process. Sorry, Amphi. Sprinkles kind of outshines you. We got the secret medicine for Amphi and finally made Jasmine return to the gym, so we could finally get our 7th badge. Oh, also the Safari Zone is now available, so maybe we'll hunt there for a later shiny. As expected, Sonic ran through Jasmine's team, getting me my 7th badge, and evolved after the battle. With Leith becoming our 8th team member, I put Yukiko in the PC in place of Leith since she would be the least useful in my battles with the poison-dominated Team Rocket, and I wanted Leith to get some XP in the back. We then headed to Goldenrod, where Spare foiled our Team Rocket disguise, and we destroyed every grunt we fought. Leith kept missing Fury Swipes and eventually evolved. We struggled with every sort of hacks imaginable, and eventually made our way to Archer, who despite my reaction, was easier than Ariana, and Team Rocket was once again no more. After being given the Silver Wing, it was time to head toward Blackthorn City. We made our way through the Ice Cave with little difficulty, getting Waterfall in the process, which is so damn useful for my boy Kanji. After arriving in Blackthorn City, we headed west from Cianwood to go check out the Safari Zone, letting us have some extra training with a few double battles, including the infamous Innuendo one, and arrived at the zone. With actually nothing much for us to do here, I decided to grind up the team south of the zone, since those are the highest level Pokemon we had access to. After several hours of grinding, it was time to take on Claire. Hinoka took on most of the gym trainers, and Kanji took care of most of Claire's team. The battle against the Kingdra was a hacks battle where I had insane freeze luck, but many smokescreens made it difficult for him to finish the Kingdra, and Kirby came in to win us the fight. Claire has the temperament of a child, so we had to go take a test to prove we were worthy of the badge we already beat her for, which of course we are. After getting our Rising Badge, called us to give us the Master Ball, and tell us that some pretty girls, being the Kimono Girls, are looking for us. Upon arriving at the Kimono Girls studio in Akrotik, it was time for a gauntlet. Sonic fell at the first hurdle, and Woken dominated the rest of the battles, aside from the last where the Vaporeon had Quick Attack. Winning this gauntlet got us the title bell, meaning it was time to go get Lugia. After struggling mightily with the Whirl Islands and a text-only walkthrough, I finally made it down to Lugia. In my footage I caught Lugia, but a bit later my DS died despite it not flashing red again, and my last save point was right before Lugia, so this time I decided to KO it, so I could come back and actually shiny hunt the Lugia, if I wanted another repetitive strain injury. With that done and dusted, all that was left to do was head to Victory Road and the Elite Four. This was when my DS died, so I had to make up ground, but once we made our way through the trainers and reached the end of the Victory Road, Spare challenged me to one final battle. Of course, we cleaned shop, and he vowed to become a better person. So that's pretty cool. Due to the bad level curves in Johto, the champion Lance is 10 levels higher than that of the first Elite Four member, Will. I decided to grind my team up for Lance, getting the team to level 48 and revamping movesets. Will can learn Earth Power, and I taught him Shadow Ball. I don't believe this was in the script, but earlier I got the TM for Sludge Bomb for him and gave it to him. He's had that for a while. Kanji learned Dragon Dance, Sonic learned Flamethrower and I taught him Rock Tomb, and Kirby learned Signal Beam. The other two members of the final team, Yosuke and Hinoka, did not learn any new moves during our training, as they basically have the best moves I can give them. With that being said, it was time for our final gauntlet. It was more difficult for me to remember to enable battle animations before I fought Will than it was to beat him, with Kirby carrying most of the load. The battle with Koga was so unmemorable, I wrote the blurb about Bruno before I remembered that I'd forgotten Koga. Even though we don't talk about Bruno. While Bruno's Hitmontop took out Hinoka with a counter after unfortunately lived on 1 HP, we were able to make it through the rest of the battle with little issue, despite a surprising Thunder Punch. Karen's Umbreon was annoying, as Umbreons usually are, but we had little issue with her team aside from that. Now for Lance. I had something special cooked up. And by special, I meant have Kanji set up +6 in the face of the opposing Gyarados, who could literally not touch me, and literally sweep through Lance's team in the most anticlimactic battle of the entire Pokemon League. And just like that, I beat Pokémon SoulSilver with only shiny Pokemon. Should have reorganized my team, but the Hall of Fame, Kanji the Gyarados. Let's go. My own version of the Red Gyarados. My boy, the starter Sonic, who I've had since the beginning. My second Pokemon, really normally it'd be Sprinkles, but Kirby the Ampharos. My third Pokemon, Welcome the Nidoking. And my fourth Pokemon, Farfetch'd. Hinoka the Farfetch'd. Or is Hinoka the fifth? I don't remember. and Yosuke the Raticate. My longest hunt ever. At least that was before another project I'm working on. Look at that team, dude. Holy cow, bro. 134 hours. And how many encounters? Put it up on the screen, me, because I don't know right now. Look at that. That team looks so fucking badass, bro. You got the actual 4 powerful Pokemon in the middle, and then you have the 2 guys who are just happy to be here. Unfortunately, Yosuke's being covered up. After a total of 20,536 encounters for the 8 shiny Pokemon I found that we used on our team, I had some insane luck. As on average, you'd expect me to be around 65,000 total encounters, with the 1 in 8,192 odds. In total, we had 22,069 encounters. Nice. Including the ones that I grinded off. The final playtime on the game was 134 hours, with activity log saying I played the game for 164 hours, give or take maybe 20 more for the sessions that I ended up playing on this, which doesn't have an activity log. And so, that is Pokemon SoulSilver, but I can only use shiny Pokemon. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, appreciated. It was so much fun to revisit this game and do something completely different. Yeah, it was interesting to hunt on completely full odds after, you know, doing what I did with Pokemon Violet. That one felt more like fun. I could just do it whenever I wanted to. This one, there was a couple of different hunting times that it felt like it was a chore. It was a pain in the ass and like, I didn't want to do it. But then there were some times where I kept feeling like I have to do it. I have to get it done and everything like that. When it's like, it's not going anywhere. Frames don't count unless you have the game open, but it was a really enjoyable challenge, and I actually do plan to do the same thing for Kanto on this game, and we'll get to that at some point. I want to take a little bit of a rest from it, but it's inspired me to do another video, which is what I mentioned that longest hunt being for is from that video. It was my longest hunt before I got Rattata, and then after that it has retaken the crown for the longest hunt, and that'll be a whole part of the beginning of that video, so look forward to it whenever I finally get it ready. So I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I will talk to you all later.
Oh, baby.